Hi there. So I've been sending out a lot of emails recently about hypnosis and what it is, but I feel like sometimes, especially with this kind of work, it can help to see a friendly face. So here I am, and I wanted to explain on a video like what hypnosis is because you might be wondering, do I actually need it? Will it help me? Can it actually work for me? So I wanted to answer a few of these common questions that I get when it comes to hypnosis and subconscious reprogramming. So, what hypnosis is that it's a process where I lead you into a deeply relaxed state, into the theta brainwave state, because so often in our conscious waking life, there's so many thoughts, and our mind could be like racing or have so many things, right? And when you are in that theta brainwave state, your subconscious becomes much more open and receptive to change. And so often we have old programming underneath, like old beliefs, old behaviors, old actions. If you find yourself getting stuck in this cycle, whatever the cycle looks like for you, maybe it's hitting the same wall over and over again. Maybe it's going back to the same coping mechanisms over and over again. And you're like, I know I should stop doing this, but why do I keep doing this? And this could show up in staying up really late, in eating unhealthy foods that you want to stop, in procrastination, rumination, like all of these things. And so, what we do in hypnosis is we go underneath all of that, right? Because your conscious mind is 5% of your mind, and then your subconscious mind is 95%. And I'm sure that we've all seen that iceberg of the 5% at the top and then what's really all underneath. And so, something that I help my clients do, I do a few different things depending on what it is the client needs. But sometimes we'll go back to your past, we'll go back to a memory, we'll talk to a part of you that's still holding on to whatever you may be holding on to. And that's what we discover in hypnosis and subconscious reprogramming. So if you're wondering, can this work for me? Actually, the truth is that we are being programmed every day, whether you're aware of it or not. The content you consume, the billboards you see while you're driving, the ads that you consume on social media, all of the social media content that you consume, you're being programmed to believe something. And so that's what's so powerful about hypnosis, that we can communicate with your subconscious and reprogram your beliefs, reprogram your behaviors, reprogram your identity. And so, yes, everyone, this can work for everyone. It depends, like how receptive you are depends on a few things. Like if you're open to it, if you believe that works, all of these things. But I've had such incredible transformations with clients just in one session. Like I had a client who didn't date for over a year because she was feeling really anxious. She always like thought about whether someone liked her or not, and it just made it really unpleasant for her. And within one session, we worked on that. And she messaged me a few weeks later saying that she went on two amazing dates with two guys and she doesn't feel anxious about it anymore. She doesn't worry about whether they like her, but instead she's evaluating whether she likes them, which is huge. And that shows up in business too. Like if you ever want to post and you create all this content, but then you get into this like, oh, is it good enough? Are people going to resonate with this? Am I saying it in the right way? And you're really conscious about whether you're saying it right or whether it's perfect. We can work on that in hypnosis. We can work on that with hypnosis. So there's that. And then answering the question of like, do you even need it? I mean, that it really depends on you, right? It's like, okay, if you want to lose weight, do you want to work with a personal trainer or not? Do you want to work with a nutritionist, a dietitian or not? If like you want to go to therapy or not, it's kind of the same with subconscious programming and hypnosis. Do you want to reprogram your mind, your identity, your beliefs, or do you want to continue staying in the cycle? And I'm not saying that to like scare you or to make you do a session with me, but it's kind of like, yeah, do you want these things or not? Because it can really help you. It can help you with whatever you're wanting to work on faster, work on it more deeply, but you like need it, I guess. It really depends on you and where you're at in life. Like, what is it costing you to stay where you are right now? And how long do you want to continue repeating the cycle? And I've been there. Like, I've thought that I could think myself out of it. I can plan my way out of it. I can journal. Like, I can journal every day. I can read books. But if you've done all of that, like, the thing is that a lot of my clients come to me being really self-aware. Like, a lot of them are really self-aware. They've journaled, they've gone to therapy, they've worked with coaches, they've read the books, they know what their problem is, they know the cycle that they're in, they are very aware of what's happened in their childhood, but they say that they still can't change it. And so that is who I help. That is what my specialty is, I guess. So before we reprogram, we will also release something that's related to that, right? We'll release like maybe a belief that's holding you back. We'll release maybe we'll talk to a part that's maybe still holding on, that's related or attached to that. Because when we do that work first, then when we install new beliefs, install new affirmations, install new programming, it's more receptive. So if you've ever felt like affirmations, you're saying affirmations to yourself because you've heard that it works, but it feels like a lie, and you're like, okay, I can say this, but doesn't feel true. It's because there's still something blocking it. There's still something there's a wall there. And what we want to do is bring the walls down so that you are receptive to the change that's happening. So I know that this was kind of a long video, but like I said, I feel like with this kind of thing, it can feel intimidating, it can feel scary. So I just wanted to come on here and really talk about it. And okay, actually, there's one more common question I want to answer. What actually happens during a session? So how I run my sessions, or how I structure my sessions, is first we'll have a conversation. I'll ask you some questions. I'll also send you an intake form before sessions so I can get to know what you want to work on and do some preparation work. And then when we get on the actual session, we'll talk, we'll answer any questions that you may have. I'll help you frame the container so you know what to expect, but I'll tell you a bit about here as well. So then once we have the conversation, and I'll ask you if you're ready, and then you can either sit here, sit in your chair, or lay down in your bed. I've had clients do both. And then I'll just ask you to close your eyes if you're ready and just start to breathe at your own rhythm. And then I'll just start to lead you into a deep, relaxed state. So you're aware the whole time. There's no mind control happening. You're fully aware. You can stop at any time. If you want me to go slower or faster, you can let me know. So it's honestly like a massage, but for your brain. But we're also doing deep transformational work. And so after that, after leading you to a deeply relaxed state, then I'll start doing the work depending on what it is that you want to work on. And how it works is I'll ask you questions throughout, not the whole session throughout, but here and there. And that's what makes it so transformative and impactful, right? It's because we are working on your specific beliefs, your specific reprogramming, your memory, your subconscious mind. So it's really custom tailored to you, the client. And then after that, after we'll then install new beliefs, new programming, again, depending on what it is that you want to work on. And then I'll count you up and out so that you come back into full waking consciousness. And then we'll go into integration where you can talk about your experience, or I can give you journaling prompts, or I can give you other ways to integrate it more deeply, like walking and just being in nature is really helpful, because you want to give all of the shifts that happen, all that transformation that happened in session, time to integrate, time to really take, process, and install into your body. Yeah, that's basically how a session is. And then it's typically about 45 minutes to 90 minutes. It really just depends on every client, right? But most of my sessions are around, the active hypnosis is around 45 minutes to 60 minutes. And then if you want to talk more, we can definitely do that. Okay, now I know it was kind of a long video, but hopefully that was helpful. If you're watching this and you have any questions at all, please let me know. Send me a message, reply to the email. No sales pitch attached. Like, I just really want to know where you're at and what you're struggling with. And if you want to see if hypnosis is self-conscious reprogramming is for you, let's talk about it, because I've helped clients with so many things. Yes, I specialize with business owners and entrepreneurship because I am a business owner myself, and I get that we are always hitting a new ceiling. We're always wanting to get to the next level, or there's so many lived experiences and also things that happen in their childhood, right? But I've also helped clients with dating, with body image, with self-love, confidence, because how I see it is that they're really all connected. So when you work on one thing, it actually impacts other areas in your life, and it also improves other areas of your life. Okay, I think I'm finally done now. I can talk about this all day long, but yeah, if you have any questions, send me a reply, send me a message, and let's talk about it.